And as the drivers start to ready up, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is just myself, Fraser McKenzie, in the commentary box this evening, as my co-commentators Willem Mare and Ivan Delport are racing this evening. And we are on the legendary streets of Monaco. Last night we had the Elite League practice race, and oh my word, what a climax! The battle between Caesar and Anthony Waddington. Oh, it was crazy, but nevertheless, here we go to the Extreme 1 League this evening, and it's round 6. We've got a couple of newcomers this evening as well. And just before we get into the qualifying itself, got a couple of things to update you on as far as the standings are concerned. First off, as always, the Drivers' Championship. Once it decides to load, technology is a wonderful thing. It can be very slow sometimes, especially on the times when you need it the most. There we go. Owen Lewis still at the top of the... turns out the championship standings haven't... yes, there we go. So yeah, Owen Lewis still at the top with 62 points. Ryan DeLille still in second with 53. Anthony Waddington, after his 2 wins, his last 2 wins, he is now third in the championship. He's only 11 points behind Owen Lewis. Waddington is currently third. Michael Handel is fourth, and Irving Diaz is fifth. Handel, they both have the same points, but Handel has had the better race results. And apart from that, he's had more points finishes. And Jarvelu also on 44 points. But interestingly, he has 2 second place finishes. So he should technically be in fourth in the championship based on countback. And my goodness me, look at what's just decided to grace us with its presence. The rain has arrived at Monaco, and oh goody gumdrops, that's going to throw a couple of spanners in the works.
Despite being an active Grand Prix circuit since 1929, the first officially recognised Formula 1 race took part in 1950 and was won by none other.
Red Bull are leading the Constructors' Championship with 82 points. 81 points for the Haas team. 67 for Racing Point and 60 for Ferrari. Williams with 51. That's your top 5. And a shock and surprise to absolutely no one. More technical issues, as there is hardly any sound coming through on the stream right now. I apologise for this, folks. But nevertheless, we shall persevere. We've got Matt Dixon here, who was not allowed to race in Spain last time out, albeit in quite short circumstances, but less said about that, the better.
Coincidentally, that race was right here in Monte Carlo in 1958. Until 2017, there was no traditional podium here for the top 3 drivers to receive their trophies and celebrate. Instead, they used to climb a technical...
So there we go, that is the standings at the moment.
The drivers finally get to spray champagne in traditional style. Despite being a notoriously tricky track for over...
It's a very slow here.
Olivier Panis took victory in the extraordinary...
We've had 5 different race winners this season so far. And we've had 4 drivers on pole position. The only man to get multiple pole positions this season so far is Anthony Waddington, who managed to get pole in Baku and Spain. Who will take pole on the streets of Monaco here? We'll find out soon enough. Owen Lewis has the most podiums of anyone this season so far, with 3 podiums. Yellow flag's in Sector 2 already. And it looks like these guys are taking it very gingerly round the track. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for taking it gingerly round the track. I mean, yes, it's wet, but it's not wet enough to have the intermediate, the full wet tyres. But with this being the Extreme 1 League, it's full qualifying, but we are going to be... It's full qualifying, but it's a 50% race for the newcomers that are just... for the newcomers that are... for the newcomers that are joining into the league for the first time this evening, welcome. We've got a newcomer this week. We've got a couple of newcomers. Some of them took part in the Elite League race last night. Hubert is driving for Williams this evening, and we've got Ben Green, who is with McLaren. His teammate Ivan out on track at the moment. Waddington with a 128.5 first lap of the day, and Matt Dixon's lap was invalidated, no doubt to track infringements. And Willem Mare, how's about that? 126.6. And Kyle Keegan responded with a 26.5. Fantastic response there. We just have to wonder. We just have to wonder what is going to happen.
Chiron is the only driver from Monaco to score a podium finish in his hometown, but many here hope, they expect, young Charles to pass that record. Despite being an
Matt Dixon coming into the pits.
this race has been won from as low as 4.
Here we are, we've got Hazelwood here, and Gareth Lambourne with a grid penalty for a collision with JBL. And Hazelwood almost losing the back end there. Almost losing the back end there, but he is fine. Thomas McGregor in the Racing Point, 131.4. Tarpinian in the Toro Rosso, 28.139, 7,000 slower. And Willem Mare, how's about that? In the Red Bull, 26.56, almost a second faster. Kyle Keegan responded with a 26.1. Half a second slower than Mare. Are we going to get a wet race? It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. And as far as what's going to happen as far as penalties are concerned, if you get any penalty points this evening, those will be doubled. As a matter of fact, they will be doubled. So instead of, if you end up accumulating 3 penalty points, you will end up getting 6, and that gives you a bigger risk of getting a race ban. That is the nature of the circuit. It's a very unforgiving circuit. Irving up into 4th. Tarpinian with a 26.3. He goes 3rd. Waddington up into 5th with a 28.5. And Thomas McGregor 28.6. Ivan 29.2. Got Hazelwood. So Hazelwood now, was it again? Again, a lot of these guys taking it very gingerly because of how wet the track is right now. As I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
So I'm sure he's going to want to put on a good show today while on home soil. Expect air temperature to be somewhere in the region of 18 to 20 degrees at this time of year. If the weather in recent years' Grand Prix weekend is anything to go by, it'll be very difficult to predict. So do make sure to keep both your suntan lotion and umbrella to hand. Lewis Hamilton is a master of achieving pole position, earning more than any other driver.
And Hazelwood with a 32.1. And that is one of the Ferraris. That is Irving. on an out lap. And we've still got a few drivers that are out on track. They've still yet to set a lap time. And Hazelwood went wide slightly. With technical issues.
Located here in the beautiful French Riviera, there is the second smallest state in the world. Despite its size, Monaco boasts the highest number of millionaires and billionaires per capita in the world. Impressive for a country.
Some air horns going through as Lee comes through Rascasse.
With today's ever-increasing young breed of drivers, it's no surprise top 10 drivers to enter a race all achieved their strange record during the 19th.
And we've got Owen Lewis, our championship leader, and he is straight into second place. 26.0, 4/10 shy, well, just over 3/10 shy of Willem Mare. Owen Lewis could be a very serious contender around this track. Caesar is the man to look out for. Managed to win the elite race last night. That's interesting, and we're just finding out. It looks like Waddington was going to be going out on full wets, but he decided against it and stuck with intermediates. Very difficult to judge what tyres go on at the moment, whether it's wets or intermediates. That remains to be seen. We've got Brendan in the Mercedes and Ben Green in the McLaren on outlaps. Gareth Lambourne also on an outlap. In this part of qualifying, we'll be losing the slowest 3 this evening. Because it's a wet weather session. If it's wet throughout qualifying too, then it gives you free tyre choice for the race. Lee in the pits. As we're with Caesar now. JBL in the Williams, he is on last lap now. Caesar will be following suit very soon. Through the swimming pool section he goes. Around Rascasse, and then Anthony Nogues, the man who had the vision of street racing back in 1929. And here we are, 90 years later, with that being a reality. 90th anniversary this year of the very first Monaco Grand Prix. Kyle Keegan has just gone fastest with the 28.4, as we're with Cedar. We'll go on board with him for no engine sound due to technical issues, but we should be able to get those fixed before the start of the race. Round to the Grand Hotel hairpin. The slowest corner on the calendar at just 30 miles an hour. Round to 48, yellow flags in sector 2. Yellow flags in sector 2, who could it before? It's Ben Hazelwood. Hazelwood's got an issue. Not what he would have wanted. Caesar's lap looks okay, coming through the swimming pool section. And now, round to Rascasse. Hubert, Caesar, Gareth and Ben Green are the only drivers yet to set a lap time, but Caesar's about to change all that. He goes second with a 25.2. That's a great lap from him. That is a fantastic lap from Caesar. Not the time Gareth would have wanted. 34-3, not the time he would have wanted, but there's still time. Hubert and Green are the only drivers yet to set a lap time. Now Hubert has more technical issues. Not what he would want. And Michael Handel now has technical issues. Michael Handel has technical issues. He's not actually taking part in qualifying, so he is. So it looks like he's going to be at the back of the grid. And JBL it looks like he's going onto the wet tyres. That's an interesting choice.
Expect air temperature to be somewhere in the region of 18 to 20 degrees at this time of year. If the weather in recent years Grand Prix weekends is anything to go by,
And we've got
it's very difficult to predict. So do make sure to keep both your suntan lotion and umbrella.
we've got Ben Green on an out lap. Hubert should have time to get
Formula 1, the circuit de Monaco
another.
place host to Formula E, the historic Grand Prix, and Formula 2. The electric series, of course, takes
Should have time to get another lap. We've got Ben Green here. He's one of the newcomers tonight. And we're just looking at the order right now. It's Kyle Keegan first. Waddington second. Caesar third. Mare fourth. Lewis fifth. Ivan sixth. Tarpinian seventh. Brandon eighth. McGregor ninth. And JBL rounding up the top 10. Slowest three cars. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Yellow flags in sections 1 and 2. Round to Sandoval now. Goes Ben Green. Let's see what time he can pull out. Hubert is the only driver yet to go out on track. He might have time to get a lap in. Hopefully. Just wait and see what happens. And Ben Green, that's a good first sector for him. Heading down to the Lowe's hairpin now. You see the elevation change. Climbing up the hill through Massenet, Mirabeau, Casino Square, down to the Lowe's hairpin. Coming around to Portier now. And then up to the Nouvelle Chicane. They're not as fast as they normally are, but again, that's due to the wet weather conditions. And Willem Mare, a 28.862, 12 thousandths of a second.
Monaco is the second smallest state in the world. Despite its size, Monaco boasts the highest number of millionaires and billionaires per capita in the world. Impressive for a country that is just over 2 kilometers square. Despite being an
Right, just to sort the issues, and across the line,
officially recognised Formula 1 race,
Ben Green goes 8th with a 1:26.6. And Gareth is out of the session, which means he will be starting at the back of the grid. He's out of the session. Not sure what could have happened there. Hubert's not going to be able to get a time, so he's going to be out as well. Which leaves only Lee to be able to improve on his lap time.
this weekend. The nearby Cannes Film Festival is traditionally held just before the Grand Prix, and many of Hollywood's best and brightest can't resist heading over.
Through the tunnel now. There you go. Hazelwood could still qualify in the second part of qualifying. It looks like Lee with a corner cuts, he might have that lap time invalidated unless he's slowed down quick enough.
So the race result is marked certain until that checkered flag falls. Preparing for the city streets for the Grand Prix takes 6 weeks, and another 3 weeks to dismantle. Pretty impressive considering the Singapore Grand Prix takes 4 months to prepare. So they should be starting about now.
And coming into the pits, so he's going to be out of the session.
Many drivers call Monaco their
So it's Gareth, Lee and Hubert that are not going to advance in this part of qualifying. Gareth is going to have a time penalty as well.
French Riviera. Monaco is the second tallest state in the world. Despite its size, Monaco boasts the highest number of millionaires and billionaires per capita in the world. Impressive for a country that is just over 2 kilometers square. World champion Jacques Villeneuve.
And the sound is back. Excellent. Hey. We just need to wait and see what happens with the second part of qualify. Will it be dry or will it be wet? Just need to wait and see what happens. And it is still wet. It is still wet, which means we could end up with free tyre choice for the race. Looks like it's one of the Mercedes getting up and running first. Both Mercedes, in fact. Drivers going out onto the track. If we end up with a dry race, then it means potentially free tyre choice. Irving and Jorge get to come out onto the track. And with Carl Keegan now, he is first man out on track. He's the first man to start setting a lap time. We'll be losing the slowest 5 cars here. And if we end up with a wet race today, well, I have no data for the wet weather. back there through the swimming pool now. The interesting thing with the barriers here, you want to be kissing the wall rather than hugging it. Irving on an outlap now, 1:23.7. The track is getting faster, it's getting drier by the looks of it. For a dry climax to qualify. Brandon with a 25.8. Matt Dixon with 26.9. Ivan 28.48. Tarpinian 26.4 and Waddington 25.0. Both Ferraris on outlaps now. Hazelwood still in the pits. Caesar 24.5. Willem Mare 23.4. And that's Ben Green 24.2. Which leaves McGregor and Lewis, who are still on lap swap. And McGregor 26.939. Owen Lewis, his lap time was invalidated due to track infringements. 23.1 from Kyle. The track is definitely getting faster. It is definitely getting faster. The question is, when are they going to start switching to dry tyres? Doesn't look like the rain's going to be letting up anytime soon. Owen Lewis with a 24.6. Irving just going through the tunnel meanwhile. Got a racing point ahead of him, that'll be Tom McGregor. Almost losing it out of Nouvelle Chicane. You can see the Ferrari ahead of him. That was the Ferrari, my mistake. Now when he clips the wall, that's going to cost him a bit of time. And that time's invalidated. It would have been a 26.7, which would have put him 12th. First sector time looks okay, and that's one of the Mercedes and one of the Racing Points having issues. Now, Jorge has a lap of 26.3, currently 11th. Oh, when he clips the wall, oh, he's done something to his front wing. Irving's clips the wall and he's done something to his front wing. Is he going to finish the lap? Looks like he's going to. Not what he would have wanted. It's the sort of thing he could have really done without. He goes 8th at 25.4. He should have time to get back into the pits, make the stop, change the wing, change the tyres if he needs to, and go for another lap. Fights in sectors 1 and 2. Hazelwood 26.3. We're halfway through qualifying right now. Across the line now, he's looking a lot quicker. He's a lot quicker, 25.2. Running interestingly on wet tyres, full wet tyres. That's an interesting call. Back in the pits, changed back to intermediates. He probably saw the times, saw the grip. He wasn't happy with what he did. go, that's the end of the session. Brendan, Tarpinion, JBL, Matt Dixon, and Tom McGregor all out. been the first man to set a lap time in this part of qualifying. Moving into the pits. Owen Lewis 24.5, Caesar 23.5. Yellow flags in sector 3. Moving in the pits. Wallington 24.6. We've got 3 of our front runners, Wallington, Delport and Lewis, all in the battle for pole position. Owen Lewis Wallington could get his 3rd pole position on the trot today. Scratch that. We've had 4 different. I've been messing up the statistics. We've had all 2 different pole fitters. Who gets someone else today? Will Mare coming across the line. What's his time going to be? 23.091. Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. We've had 4 different winners. Wallington winning the last 2. Owen Lewis has 3 pole positions. Michael Handel has 4. Michael Handel not in pole position contention today. Will Lewis get his 4th pole position? Or will someone else be starting on pole today? We've got Kyle Keegan round the Lowe's hairpin, heading round to 40A now. Yellow flags in sector 2 again. We've got Irving, Horgate and Ben Green on flying laps right now. Almost losing the back end there through the swimming pool section. Around Rascast, nice and smooth. And his lap time got invalidated. We've got Irving right behind Carl Keegan in the Ferrari. And almost losing the back end there, almost losing the wall. And Irving's lost it. Not what he would have wanted. Not what he would have wanted. Keane coming across the line now, and wow, where did that come from? 1:22.541. half a second quicker than Willem Mare. Jorge with a 25.1. Not much trouble there. Slight clip of the wall around the hairpin. Down to 48. For Jorge, Irving's teammate. Gets through the Nouvelle chicane so much better. Back now. And through the swimming pool, round to Rascasse now. All but one driver out on a lap, out on track right now, and that's Ben Green. And Irving, not the best lap time in the world, the 24.8, puts him 8th. For the running order, so the order as it stands, Kyle Keegan on provisional pole position, Willem Mare in second, Sieg third, Ivan fourth, Owen Lewis fifth. And oh, Owen Lewis is out of the session, yellow flags in sector 3. And Irving's had damage to his front wing as well. Yellow flags in sector 3. Now what could that be about? So Owen Lewis will not be getting his next pole position. And oh, we've got Ben Green out of the session now. A lot of drivers coming into the pits now. We're going to have a brand new pole sitter today. Only our third one of the season, but who is it going to be? Kyle Keegan, confident with his time, 22.5. Willem Mare looking okay at the moment. He's not going to have time to complete his lap. Irving will be starting 10th. Ivan doesn't improve. These are currently 3/10 down on his best time. Going through the tunnel now through to Nouvelle chicane. Caesar coming around the final corner now, he's looking good. Second sector time looked okay, he comes across the line, he doesn't! He just misses out on pole position. Now can Jorge or JBL have anything to do with it? JBL doesn't improve on his time. Jorge in the pits. Kyle Keegan is our third pole sitter of the season. Caesar will be alongside him on the second row, on the front row. there's your top 10. Kyle Keegan on pole, Caesar second, Willem Murray third, Ivan fourth, Owen Lewis fifth, Ben Green sixth, Jorge, JBL, Warrington and Irving Diaz rounding up the top 10. So here we go, it is race day here at the Monte Carlo circuit at Monaco. It's a legendary circuit. It's one of the tracks that every driver wants to win on. Monte Carlo Casino at Casino Square, the very world famous, opened up in 1863, and through land reclamation, the landmass of Monaco expanded by roughly 20%, and it's the only track on the calendar to not have a race distance of 305 kilometers. If it did have a 305 kilometer race distance, the number of laps would be 92 laps instead of 78. It's the shortest circuit on the calendar, 2.07 miles, 1 DRS zone, that's down the main straight, 19 corners, 8 to the left, 11 to the right. It's a difficult place to overtake, and Hubert first to ready up. Someone is eager, almost too eager. It's the second race in a row that I've had my intro cut off. But nevertheless, here we go. 5 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time in Monaco! Tarpinian already with a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Kyle Keegan off to a great start. Caesar with a start as well. We've got a few drivers dropping in a couple of places. Yellow flags in sector 1 already. That'll be at Sanzabot. It's a difficult place to overtake, but not impossible. Round Mirabeau. All manner of drama happening already. It's a very clean first lap so far. Ben Green had a horrible start. He is right down to the back, and Warrington just shot through, gets past Jorge, and it's the hairpin. Looks like in section 2 already. Job on his hands, behind him. 39 laps, 50% race distance. And he's running all at the end of the first lap. JBL already in the pits, Hubert in the pits, Tarpinian in the pits. Tarpinian, he's serving a drive-through penalty. So the running order is Keegan leads, Keegan second, Willem third, Owen Lewis fourth, Warrington fifth, Ivan sixth, Jorge seventh, Irving eighth, Hazelwood ninth, and Brendan rounding up the top 10. Yellow flags in second 2 again. Tunnel now with Michael Handel just outside the top 10 right now. He's going to go for it. Oh, he's made contact! He made contact with Brendan. And he has some damage on the front. He's going to need to get that seen to. And Dixon with a time penalty. Caesar with a time penalty. Warrington gets the fastest lap meanwhile. Brad Dixon in the pits, Lee in the pits. Luckily changes all around. '15th down to 19th, they are all on the hard tyres. They'll be hoping to get closer to the end of the race, barring any issues on the track. The drivers starting on the soft tyres. Very short first stint. Wannington half a second behind Owen Lewis. And it is, there we go, that is Michael Handel with the time penalty. Hazelwood in the pits now. Looks like we've got it's a 4-car train now by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a 4-car train. Actually, yeah, 4-car train. 4-car train. Caesar, Willen, Owen, and Wannington all battling for second place. And Tarpinian has been given a black flag for ignoring his drive-through penalty. And that means Tarpinian is out of the race. Want to serve that drive-through penalty within 3 laps or you will be disqualified. Tarpinian has just been given the black flag for ignoring his drive-through penalty and is out of the race. Battles up front here. We've got Will Murray battling Caesar for second place, and we've got Owen Lewis and Anthony Wannington battling for fourth. Hubert with a time penalty. Tries to go for the inside of Nouvelle Chicane, they touch! Owen Lewis had to take avoiding action. Here we are. Will Murray still sporting the pink helmet he wore from last week in Spain. In Spain. Will Murray getting past his teammate with ease. Now he can start hunting Kyle Keegan down. A 3-second gap between them at the moment. Fighting sector 2, we're on lap 6 already. Wannington, a good drive out of Anthony Nobes. Hamilton making a great overtake on Schumacher back in 2011. to Casino Square. Got Casino on the right. Through Mirabeau here, this is where we had Anthony Waddington. This is where Waddington made his overtake on Caesar on the last lap last night. Not the race car Della Rosa would have wanted at the Grand Hotel. Hairpin was Lowe's hairpin back then. Yellow flags already, or blue flags already. That was for Lee. Waddington going to go for a lunge. He's going to go for it at the Nouvelle chicane. And again, Owen Lewis has to take avoiding action. Again, he has to take avoiding action to avoid a collision. Yellow flag in sector 2. About fourth place here. You are a little further ahead. Just going through the tunnel now. Kyle Keegan still in the lead, but Willem Murray has closed up on Kyle Keegan at a rate of knots. Gareth in the pits as well. Hazelwood in the pits again. With the time penalty, and Owen Lewis comes into the pits as Warrington goes into fourth. Willem Murray's got the slipstream. Is he going to make a move at any point? He's within half a second. Tries to go to the outside of Mirabeau. Not on this occasion. Up to Portier now. Through the tunnel. Into lap 9 already. And a good toe out of Raskas and Anthony Nogues. But again, not close enough to make the move stick on this occasion. Lee in the pits. Owen Lewis in the pits again. Had 4 different winners this season. Could we make it 5 today? Another time penalty. There's going to be a lot of time penalties taken into account here. We're not going to know who wins until the majority of the drivers have crossed the line. Difficult to be willing to try and close that gap between him and Kyle Keegan. He's in a lot of dirty air at this point. And you can see he is so much faster, he just can't find the space to get through. And that is the nature of this circuit. It is a very difficult circuit to overtake. Through the tunnel. She might need to break the slipstream at some point just to try and get out of the dirty air momentarily. Waddington is the only driver on soft tyres. Top 8 yet to make a stop. It's a much better drive out of Anthony Nodes, but he still can't get close enough to make the move stick. And again, you can see he's so much quicker. And oh, hang on a second. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's for Jorge. Jorge losing part of his front wing. He is now in the pits to change his front wing. Keegan Murray. And we've got that's Michael Handel. Michael Handel is out of the race, and that was out of the Nouvelle chicane. He lost it out of the Nouvelle chicane, put it into the barriers, and that is him out of the race. That is a real shame. It is what it is at the end of the day. We're getting past JBL. Meanwhile, Caesar with another time penalty. 5-second penalty, in fact, for ignoring blue flags. Kyle Keegan with a time penalty. Ben Green with a time penalty. In the pits. Another time penalty. They've got to be careful with these time penalties because they risk disqualification from the race. Owen Lewis in the pits again. The back markers won't be doing Keegan any favours. It's one of the alphas. Lost a lot of time. Now he's going to need to try and close that gap back up. Warrington, meanwhile, just getting past Irving at the Mirabeau. Great overtake for him. Owen Lewis almost getting past Matt Dixon, meanwhile. just putting in the fastest lap of the race so far. 1:14.061. And oh my goodness, Mare almost getting a move on Keegan, but he touched. Any damage to his front wing? I don't think there is. We're almost halfway through the race already. Murray needs to be a lot closer than that. Bear with another time penalty. Bear with another time penalty. You've got to be careful here. We're at half distance now. Try as he might, Murray just can't seem to find a way past. Much better drive out of there. Anthony knows he's going to try and go for it, but again, still can't quite make it stick. Drive with another time penalty. Half distance now at 18.39. Carl Keegan still leading the way. It's only Keegan, Mare, Caesar, Ivan Irving and McGregor all get to make a stop. These medium tyres are very durable. They can go a long way into this race. And Willem's first to blink. Willem is first to blink. And Keegan clipping the wall there. Hopefully he doesn't sustain a puncture. Keegan following suit. Onto the hard tyres. Is it a front wing change he has to do as well? It's difficult to tell from that angle. Caesar now in the lead of the race. Keegan now down to 5th. You're looking at roughly 24 seconds to make a pit stop and maintain position on track. Tough ask. And fixing with a time penalty. The gap between Caesar and Waddington, meanwhile, we're going to end up having a repeat of last night here. Caesar in the pits now. Caesar serving a time penalty. On the hard tyres, Willem is so much quicker. JBL with another time penalty. Qbell with another time penalty. We're on to lap 22 now. Everyone's on either mediums or hards. Those that are on the hards, JDL looks like he'll be trying to get to the end of the race on his tyres. Cena trying to keep Keegan behind him. There's not much difference between the three compounds this weekend. Great battle here for third place. As we wanted from 10 laps on those mediums. Getting the end of the race on those now at this point. Wouldn't surprise me. But the pressure might be starting to take its toll. Could be hoping he doesn't have a repeat of what happened last night. Brendan with a time penalty. Yellow flags in sector 2. Keegan's still trying to get past Caesar, but can't do anything about it. Only 1 lap difference between them as far as their tyres are concerned. You've got yellow flags up ahead, no idea what for. We're now finally able to break that one, breaking to within 1 second. Hubert with technical issues, JVL in the pits now. Matt Dixon with another time penalty. I'm not surprised at this point. I'm pretty sure every driver has a time penalty now. Waddington in the pits. That's very early on the mediums. We'll be going for another set of mediums to go to the end of the race. Can Caesar take second place as a result? Can Kyle Keegan get into third? Caesar gets past. Is Kyle going to get past? It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. He does. Keegan gets past Waddington. And Waddington's going to need to watch what he's doing if he's going to have any chance of battling for the win. Lap 25, 15 to go. Around this circuit. Will he be able to showcase any of that now to give him a chance of going for the race win? Great moment of redemption possibly on the cards after what happened last night, where he ran out of fuel on the last lap. A little bit of argy-bargy. Almost puts Keegan in the wall. Waddington ruthlessly getting third place. How ruthless can one driver be? Me in the pits again. Not what he would have wanted. Flags in sector 3. Shoots past one of the back markers. And Owen Lewis, our championship leader, is out of the race. Where did he crash? Where did Owen Lewis crash? We're going to be coming up to sector 3 shortly. Lee with another time penalty. With Matt Dixon right now just to see where Owen crashed. It was out of Anthony Nogues onto the main straight. Not what he would have wanted. Wellington right on the back of Caesar. We could be in for a bit of deja vu here tonight. Lambourne. 3-second time penalty. Waddington right on the back of Caesar. Tries round Mirabeau. Not able to get anything out of it. Goes for the hairpin. Difficult to get two cars round it at the same time. Side by side. Gareth in the pits. Waddington's almost off the compound, which means he should have the performance advantage. And here he goes for the overtake. Caesar shuts the door on him. And oh, hang on a second. Is that front wing damage on the Red Bull? It's difficult to see, but it doesn't look like there is. Hang on. Was it front wing damage from the Renault? That is a very tough one. That's a tough one to call. Here we go, goes for the overtake at the same corner he took the lead at last night, and he makes it stick. And oh, he's lost the side. Well, he's lost the left side of the front wing. Dixon with another time penalty. Roughly 2 seconds a lap to try and catch Willem Mare, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Caesar will just be looking to try and keep that podium position, but of course with time penalties coming into play, as they so often do in these races, closing stages now. The more time that ticks away, the more time that Waddington needs to make up. As the laps go on. Gets past back markers without much trouble. Yellow flags in sector 2. Now the gap's down to 15 seconds. On paper, it's doable for Waddington to be able to get within touching distance of Will Murray, but it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Down to 14 seconds. It doesn't look like the gap's coming down. JBL with another time penalty. The gap, as a matter of fact, it's actually going up, not down. Not what he would have wanted. Doesn't look like Waddington's going to get that race win today. Currently in 8th. He's got the Ferrari of Jorge right in front of him. JBL in the pits again. This time onto the soft tyres. Oh, and Ben Green's got some issues. Ben Green encountered a couple of issues there. There's a bit of front wing debris there. Luckily he didn't get a puncture from it. Gonna try and go for a move on Irving. Horgame, my mistake. Round Casino Square. Makes it stick with ease. Yellow flags in sector 2 meanwhile. I'm going to see how it all plays out here. 3 laps to go after this. And it's Waddington who has the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:13.6. Everyone up to 6th is still on lead lap. Ben Green, the latest driver to be lapped. Hazelwood with another time penalty. Going through the tunnel. On the penultimate lap here, Willem Murray still with a very comfortable lead. Waddington with a comfortable advantage over Caesar as well. Here we go, Willem Murray coming round to start the final lap of the race. Here he goes, Willem Murray. First win of the season, he crosses the line, he wins the Monaco Grand Prix. And he just lapped Irving on that last lap as well. second place for Waddington. Will Caesar get third place? Lee with a 10-second penalty. And Waddington will definitely keep the fastest lap. There we go, that is your standings. Whew. So we're just going to get the podium in so we can get their thoughts on the race.
And you're kidding us.
Yep, loud and clear. So we have the podium with us this evening. Third place, Caesar. Second place, Anthony Waddington. And our winner this evening, Mr. Willem Murray. Willem, massive congratulations on your win this evening. First win of the season as well. It's got to feel good.
Kenzie, I'm still out of breath. I'm out of my skin. Honest, it's Caesar because we being teammates, we spoke through the race with one another, went to pit, we kept the guys in front of us, kept an eye on them for damage. We knew when to one another, when to undercut and when to pit. And so thank you, Caesar. Made it possible. So, you know, you would have been up there if it wasn't for, you know, for all of that. But I'm ecstatic. You know, I'm out of my skin. Thank you.
So from your perspective, how do you feel the race went for you?
Kenzie, I think it went very well. It was a bit tough coming out of complete wet conditions straight into the dry. I remember on the first lap I said to Caesar, this is a lot faster than quali, and I was trying to get my rhythm around the track. It felt like I was catapulted around it, you know. So it was something to get used to in the first few laps, but once I got my rhythm, we swapped positions between me and Caesar because I was catching him a bit, and we aimed for a 1-2 finish. But lucky for us and unfortunate for Kyle, he got a lot of damage, so that played into our hands. But a good race overall. I'm happy with how it went. The gas was clean. You know, I can mention a lot of them that actually abide by the blue flag, so thank you guys for that. But it was a good race, Kenzie. I'm very happy with it.
Well, glad to hear that. So, congratulations on your win again this evening, Willem.
Thank you.
Anthony Waddington, it's another podium for you this evening. Second place, nice little bit of retribution after what happened last night.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on my fuel, that's for sure.
Yeah. When you managed to get that second place, despite the number of laps that were left, did you feel with the pace that you had an opportunity to try and catch Willem for the win?
No, I knew it'd be gone. Monaco's his favourite circuit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It thrived around here and it definitely showed today, so congratulations, Willem. Fully deserved.
Thanks, and well done for you too, bud.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Another consolation prize you can take from today, Anthony, is that you did manage to get the fastest lap of the race as well.
Yes, I think it was a 1:12 something. If I remember correctly.
Last year was a 1:13.1. That was extreme. Yes.
Well,
Cheers.
I'll need to double check the standings on the playback. But all that aside, how do you feel the race went from your perspective?
It was nerve-wracking, to be fair, especially at the start again. Started in 9th. I think by the end of the first lap I was up into 5th. So I just kept my head clean, avoided collisions, stayed out of trouble going into, I think it's to back. I just focused and put pressure on Caesar at the end and got him.
Yeah. I was just saying on the commentary that it looked like we were gonna be getting a feeling of deja vu with the battle between you and Caesar tonight.
It was a bit of deja vu from where I was at as well. Same place, I think it were, weren't it?
Yeah, Mirabel, yeah. But listen, congratulations on the fastest lap, Anthony, and again, congratulations on your second place tonight.
Thank you very much, Kenzie.
And last but by no means least, Caesar, great result for you today, third place.
Yeah, then forgetting the pool he made. And I tried to defend, and I thought I got some damage. And then the lap, it was all my fault.
Yeah. Well, all that aside, how do you feel the race went from your perspective?
It was a very good race. I think it was very well. Guys behind me or something with it, but I think it was a trick.
Yeah. Well, I'll say from my perspective, looking at the race, doing the commentary, that's definitely one of the cleaner Monaco races that I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but again, congratulations on your third place. But I believe you have something to announce as well.
Yeah, exactly. We are that's going to be a second race. We're trying to start so drivers that want there's going to be some right? They're going to always something.
Interesting.
Very interesting, and with the Extreme 2 division now being announced, will that be the Formula 2 cars we'll be using, or will it still be the the Formula 1 cars?
We're actually trying.
So regardless of what happens, it will definitely be the official race cars, regardless of whether it's Formula 1 or Formula 2.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, and we'll be sure to keep you in the loop.
The new recruit, recruits are going to have what this if they're like 5%. Or we do have
We'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop regarding that. But I believe that's pretty much it this evening now.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, excellent.
Thank you, gents.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys.
You too, guys. Well done again.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. You too.
Well, there we go. That is it this evening, folks, for the Extreme 1 Racing League. So yeah, the news just announced there. We're going to be having the Extreme 2 Racing League, which will be the second division of the Extreme Racing Series. We don't know when that's going to be starting, but we will definitely be keeping you in the loop regarding that. So, in the meantime, we'll get ourselves ready for next week's race, which will be in Canada. Here's hoping we don't have too many people in the Wall of Champions. But until then, it's good night for me. Good night for me for the Extreme 1 Racing League. But stay tuned, because I'm going to be back on commentary in the next half hour, as I'm going to be commentating for the European Racing League's opening race. Until then, it's good night, and thanks for watching.